Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue the Russian campaign. So, last week, just to quickly recap, we started off the week by taking a B-2 bomber on a run over pretty far behind enemy lines, close to the North Korean border, where we hit a huge Chinese supply depot that was providing supplies for all their troops in the theater. So, we knocked that out. And that was one of the final steps in preparation for a counteroffensive by the West and Russia. And then we attacked several gunboats, well, Jiangsu-class frigates, that were attempting to make an attack, I think, on some amphibious assault ships that were unloading additional troops and supplies. Can't quite remember what their target was, but they were very heavily protected. The Chinese had a huge fighter force. So we just kind of went around them, hit them from behind, and went home. So let's see if that offensive starts today. Skydance. Spastalani Airbase. Date July 30th, local time 0500 hours. Weather clear. Situation: Chinese fighters are making a blitz attack on your forward airbase at Spastalani. Mission objective: scramble and destroy all incoming strike aircraft. Threat suppression data: ground opposition none, air opposition probable, J7s, MiG-29s, and Q5s. So as long as it doesn't lock us into the X-31 again, this should be a fairly easy mission. They don't even have us going more than 10 miles from the base, so... but I thought Spastalani had fallen into enemy hands, so... So we might have made some ground in that case. So perhaps in the next couple missions we might see Unashi, Petrovka, and maybe even Vladivostok fall into friendly hands. So, and hey, well, you know, we get to select our aircraft, so obviously it's going to be the Raptor. Take an 80%. Hell, we'll take a 70% fuel load. I'm not expecting to have to go very far, so. And we'll probably be dumping these missiles pretty early on, so. That should help with our fuel efficiency a tiny bit. I mean, the missile probably weighs nothing compared to the Raptor, relatively speaking, because it's, what, 345 pounds. We can carry 25,000 pounds of fuel, so this might add up to maybe 8-10% of that in terms of weight. Not to mention the weight of the aircraft itself, which, vehicle weight max 70, which it looks like, is around 40,000 pounds, if I'm understanding this correctly. But, well, let's see. That would be subtracting, let's just say 2,000 pounds for this. That's 48, and then 38. Yeah, so about 30,000 pounds. I can see it. But, so yeah, in comparison to a lot of this stuff, you know, these missiles are pretty light. It's not like we're trucking air-to-ground ordnance, so, I expect this to be a pretty quick mission. So let's get to it. Alright, throttle full, radar range out to probably just 25 miles, infrared on, and we have contacts behind us, so why don't we go for a rapid high altitude takeoff and take care of those first. We have F5s. And J7s, it looks like. Along with a smattering of Q5s. Give our wingmen orders to attack. Looks like most, if not all, of our missiles hit their targets. But there's at least 7 more left, so we'll have to take them out. But it looks like we've already got a good start on this guy. Jammers on. Alright, there's the J7 trying to take some shots at us. Don't worry, you'll be next, buddy. Took a little while, but our turning radius is tighter than his. Yep, now he's trying to climb out of the way. On he is. Oh, thank you for lining yourself up for me. Oh, it's so nice of you. Alright, looks like there's a few more bandits around here, and then we can start going out and meeting new bandits. Oh, hey, the original group.
Contact bandit. You're 1 o'clock high, 2 miles. Missile launch.
Alright.
Missile launch.
Oh, wow, I survived that. If only barely.
I'm hit.
IQ-5 got a hit on a wingman there. So, we'll have to knock this one out and then we can worry about the others. But if they're going after us, at least they aren't going after the airbase. Another tiger?
Closing.
Alright, yep, that made him change his tune. Yeah, I'm not sure our flares are even needed at this point.
Sector 4 o'clock. Heading away. He's moving in position.
Oh no, he's not. We're moving in position. Looks like there's one other Phantom left.
I'm taking a shot. Hurt now. Crash and burn.
Alright, he's gone for. Alright. Nearest bandit. 6 o'clock.
Box 2.
And I get the feeling.
Splash 1.
Yep, now the nearest bandit is at 10 o'clock. Alright, disengage, form up on me.
Contact. You're 12 o'clock slow. 8 miles. Please advise. Attack bandit. Attack bandit.
Let's go out and hit him. And we shall super cruise right over. It looks like they have some. They're backed up by a couple of FSXs. The Q5s are actually starting their attack run already, so that's a little distressing. But they're close enough to do that. So let's move into an intercept position.
Sector 11 o'clock slow. Turning right.
Alright, I guess we'll start with the FSXs. And, oh, that's weird. We have no hit chance with our AIM-9. Alright, well, we're still... We should get something by now. Alright. We got him angry at us. Okay, we got a 75 on that. We'll take it. Looks like he's gonna... Looks like we did manage to get him to break off his attack run. And now he's angry. Whew. That one was trailing us like one of the more advanced ones. Alright.
Multiple hits.
I'll try this again.
Flash 1 bandit.
Got him.
Flash 1.
Q5s are still at it, so let's knock them out of the equation.
Box 1.
Alright, looks like we got a dud of a Sidewinder there. Alright, there's one of them. It looks like this guy's just, is on. There's so many, like, this game can only handle, like, a couple sounds at a time, so. I can get confused sometimes when certain sounds aren't playing. It's really a shame, but... I mean, some people would probably say we aren't missing much, but I think the sounds definitely add to the game, even if they are about as advanced as the visuals. Alright, there you are. Now there is no escaping us. Yeah, I love this little quirk of the AI where he's got full afterburners and he's doing 400 knots. Oh, hey.
Impact!
Nice. And that is mission accomplished.
We're almost home.
And it looks like we mostly saved the airfield. We got F4Gs taking off. Hey, Comanche, how you doing? Good, that's good. Let's see if we can make a really bad landing. Especially since, oh, he's not on the runway yet. Oh, he is on the runway, just not our runway. Looks like a comms dish got hit, but hopefully they have backups for that. As far as other damage goes, it looks like the base got off pretty easy, all things considered. Since they sent like a ton of aircraft after us. Alright, so we can make a come on. I'd like to point out that I think they're kind of simulating a little ground turbulence or something, because my hand is off the joystick right now, and you'll see we have no damage and we're still kind of pitching and rolling and yawing. So I think that's supposed to simulate like wind or ground effect or something. There is actually a thing called ground effect. It's more useful for helicopters than anything else, but basically when you're really super close to the ground, you actually get additional lift from the ground. I forget exactly how it works, but I think like for helicopters, like the air they push down with their rotors ends up bouncing back up and lifting them up or something like that. I forget how it works, but I do know it's a thing. Alright. We're just going to, oh, we are going way too fast. We don't want to accidentally take off because we know how easy this guy takes off. Yeah, it looks like all the hardened aircraft shelters are intact. Everything looks to be in good condition except for that relay dish that got hit, but I mean, we can work around that. Looks like they got trucks unloading supplies here. Excuse me. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Oh, we're at the, hey look, little soldiers. Alright, we'll take the long way around. There we go, that's the, I think that's the tarmac I wanted to go to. Yeah, there's the C5. So those trucks are probably carting supplies over from the C5 to wherever. Hey, there's a GSU 57. We normally don't get to be this close to them, not without getting shot anyways. Another C5, oh boy. Yeah, glad they didn't take those out. Those would have been, those would have hurt our logistical effort a bit. Hey, soldiers, but we're not going to go by them for reasons that you'll see in a different video that should probably go up before this one. Come on. But we will, I think we will, sorry, it's so touchy. Like, I think it's got to be at least 10% to get any movement. But once you have any movement, you're already going to be going faster than you want. So there we go. Man, just the detail in this, even as low res as it is. You know, like these little hazard signs on it, the little wheels, the braiding, and then we got our soldiers here who thankfully survived the raid. And I'm not seeing any wreckage of destroyed planes, so I think we did a pretty good job, all things considered. There's another thing we aren't expected to see up close. You can kind of see how it's got a hole through it there, but even with the low detail on this, because these are normally just something we destroy from a distance. You got the wheels, the box launchers. You can definitely hatches and viewports. Even you can see the resemblance to the real SA-13. That is an SA-13, right? SA-17. My bad. But I remember reading about this guy on Wikipedia, and it's just like it is in real life, more or less. Maybe a bit boxier, but can't fault them for that with this era's graphics. There's our first wingman. I think this is the one that took the missile. Let's see, where's he going to park? Across from us, okay. Oh, unfortunate, really. Is he going to park next to us? Oh, he's going to park. Or is he just taking off now? As the AI loves to do. I think, he's just taking off now. Unless he's going... No. He's taking off. Really wish the... Yep, there's the other guy. He's going to go inside us for a bit and then also proceed to take off probably. So I think we can end the mission here. Debrief. Spa stalled in the airbase. Date July 30th. Mission Skydance. Resolution success. You tallied up a lot of fighters on that one. Outstanding performance in the face of a massive enemy assault. So we destroyed the 7 targets, protected the 6 friendly objectives. The 1 wingman took half damage because of the missile. We took none, and it looks like between us and wingman 2, or wingman 1 rather, we both had 7 fighter kills apiece, which is going to be a mix of F5s, J7s, A5s, I think, and the FSXs. We had 8 launches, half hit, 1 failed, 2 failed, 2 were spoofed, yeah. The Sidewinder was a bit problematic. I don't know, something seemed to be off with it, but... And then jammed and spoofed most of the launches on us. Actually, our jammer did more work than our flares. That's something. And our wingman, he took the 1 hit, but he spoofed everything else, and the rest failed, thanks to self-coding. And we had a pretty decent gun hit percentage. So, with that, we can just do the regular maintenance on our Raptor, and we are ready to roll for the next mission. But that'll have to wait for next time. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and we'll see you then.